The fourth A of self-defense psychology is action. And through training in Shinkyu, you're going to learn highly effective physical defenses for all of the most statistically probable situations. But that is not what this section is about. Often in self-defense situations, people simply fail to act, and that happens for many reasons. They're frozen by fear, or they simply don't expect violence, or they don't expect the situation will go that far until it's too late. They don't want to hurt their assailant, or fear that attacking them back will escalate the situation, or they're just simply unsure of what to do and resultantly do nothing. These reasons are understandable, but they must all be overcome. Resolve to act. Studies of women who have been sexually assaulted show that women who fought back during their attack recover mentally far better and quicker than women who didn't defend themselves. The worst feeling a self-defense situation can leave you with is a feeling of powerlessness, that you couldn't or didn't do anything. It's the feeling of being a victim, and recovering from that is far more detrimental than any of the bruises you may have received. So right now, we're going to build your resolve not to be a victim. This involves a little bit of an exercise where I want you to indulge me a little bit, and I want you to think about the worst case scenario and just take yourself to a little bit of a dark place just for a little bit. So I want you to think deeply about being a victim. I want you to think about what it would be like if you were a victim and you felt powerless in your life to prevent someone from hurting you. How would that affect you? How would it feel being a victim? How would that affect your relationships? How would that affect your social life? How would it affect your performance at work, knowing that you've got this cloud hanging over you and you're feeling powerless, you're lacking in confidence and self-esteem? So think for a minute, what would it be like to be a victim? How would it feel to be that powerless? So now I want you to build some resolve up for that not to happen to you. In fact, I want you to be thinking to yourself, I would never let that happen to me. I would never let myself be powerless. I want you to think, I always fight back. I have the strength and the courage to walk away when I need to, but I always fight back. No one touches me without my permission. No one hurts me without consequences. I always fight back. Train hard so you can build your confidence to back up this sentiment with solid skills. Note that if you can walk away or diffuse a situation, you should. Only if violence is inevitable should you act or preemptively attack. You should protect yourself, your loved ones, and you should even consider protecting acquaintances or even strangers. However, don't put yourself at risk over property. More about that in the next section. Handling fear and adrenaline. In Shinkyu, we're going to pressure test your self-defense to make it as realistic as possible. But real self-defense, as much as we try, isn't going to be like training in the dojo. It's extremely scary. Your heart will beat through your chest, adrenaline will stream through your veins. All this is readying you for action. But the problem is, when you don't have a course of action, sometimes we panic and freeze. One of the big solutions to this is, of course, plan ahead. As soon as there's any hint of danger or threat, start planning ahead. Having a plan will not only keep you calm, but it'll give you confidence, and of course, in the event that they'll actually attack you, you'll be far more ready to act. Now, some of you at this point are thinking to yourself, I'm a beginner. What if I can't come up with a plan? Don't worry. Here's a simple universal plan. Eyes, throat, groin. Eyes, throat, groin. That's it. Just think to yourself, you're going to poke or scratch them in the eyes. You're going to punch or strike their throat as hard as you can and kick or knee them in the groin. And then after you knee them in the groin, go back to scratching their eyes, striking their throat and kicking them in the groin. It's a very, very simple plan that will serve you very well in the majority of situations. Just keep thinking to yourself, poke their eyes or scratch their eyes, strike their throat, knee them in the groin. And even if you're thinking that, that's going to change your body language and change your resolve in a self-defense situation. But most importantly, you have a simple and easy to remember and highly effective course of action to take. You have a plan to channel your adrenaline into.